Hello children, welcome to this session. In this session we are going to discuss about the patterns of biodiversity. So what is the patterns in the biodiversity? So the biodiversity patterns are three types. So first one is latitudinal biodiversity, latitudinal gradient biodiversity. The first one is latitudinal gradient biodiversity. Second one is altitudinal gradient biodiversity, and third one is species richness area relationship, species area or area species relationship. So this is a three types of biodiversity is there. So first we are going to discuss about the latitudinal gradient biodiversity. Latitudinal gradient biodiversity. So it means latitudinal means, so the highest latitudinal is a equator. So equator is the largest latitudinal. It is at 0 degrees centigrade. So when the increasing of the latitudes in the north side or the south side, when the increasing of the latitudes in the north side or the south side, when the increasing of the latitudes, then decreasing of the temperature. When the increasing of the latitudes, so for example in here 0 degrees centigrade, in here 33.5 degrees northern latitudes, and for example 41 degrees northern latitudes, 71 degrees northern latitudes. So when the increasing of the latitudes on south side or north side, then decreasing of the temperature. When the increasing of the latitude, then decreasing of the temperature. When the decreasing of the temperature, the seasonally variance is high. So seasonally variations will be high. So in here 0 degrees are the equator, the temperature is high, and as well as the annual rainfall precipitation is high. It means there has the trophic region, the temperature region, or is known as a trophic region. So in here 23 degrees of the north and southern latitudes is known as a trophic region, and about 23.5 to 60 degrees is known as a temporal. So temporal region, and the polar region or the cool region or the glacier or the cool region. So when the increasing of the latitudes, then decreasing of the temperature. When the temperature will be decreases, the rainfall also decreased. The annual precipitation of the rainfall also decreased when the increasing of the latitudes. So it's depending on the temperature. So when the increasing of the latitudes, then decreasing of the temperature, rainfall, it means the plant growth will also be decreased. It means the food productivity will be decreased. That effect on the animals diversity or the biodiversity also will be decreased. So in here, so first one remember is, when the increasing of the latitudes, the biodiversity decreased. The decreasing of the biodiversity from the equator to polar region. It means when the increasing of the latitudes, the biodiversity will be decreased. The speciation will be decreased. So for example in here, so the New York. So in here, the Colombia is located in the 23.5 degrees northern latitudes. 23.5 degrees of northern latitudes. So it is the number of species is 1400 species is there. So Colombia is located in the 23.5 degrees of northern latitudes. There has a speciation of the birds is 1400. In the same is New York. The New York is located in the 41 degrees of northern latitude. 41 degrees of northern latitudes. there has only 105 species of birds. Only 105 species of birds is there. And next is a Greenland. Greenland, for the example purpose, so there has a 71 degrees of northern latitudes. 71 degrees of northern latitudes. There has a only 56 of species of birds is there. It means when the increasing of the latitudes, is the effect on the species of the birds, in year species of the bird, at the biodiversity is a decrease. In year 1400, the 23.5 northern latitudes. So in the 41 degrees northern latitudes, only 105. 70 degrees of northern latitudes is there 56. When the increasing of the latitudes, the biodiversity will be decreased. Biodiversity will be decreased. In here, the latitudinal, the greatest biodiversity is in the Amazon forest. Amazon forest is an evergreen forest. So the Amazon forest is the best example of a high biodiversity region. So in the Amazon forest, there has a 40,000 species of plants. 40,000 species of plants, the Amazon forest. And 3,000 species of fishes, they are surviving in the Amazon. And as well as the 1,300 birds, 427 species of mammals, and as well as the 427 of amphibians, and 378 species of reptiles. 1,25,000. So approximately 1,25,000 of invertebrates, they are surviving in the Amazon forest. It means the Amazon forest is an example, the greater biodiversity, the example of the greater biodiversity. So it means they are located in the temporal region, trophic region. So in the tropical region, I say 200 species of birds. When you are compared with the temporal means it is a samashitoshna. So trophic means is a temperate area. So the trophic forest, I say the vascular plants. The trophic region vascular plants is a 10 times than the temporal forest. It means the trophic forest is a 10 times than the temporal forest. It means they are located in the low latitudes, low degrees of latitudes. Is a example is a Amazon. And next we are going to discuss about the altitudinal gradient diversity. The second one is altitudinal gradient diversity. So altitudinal means they are the perpendicular height from the sea surface. So or earth surface, the perpendicular height from the earth or the sea level. So the perpendicular is a earth, the surface of the earth or the sea level. So the perpendicular height from the sea level, it means there is a air. So it is a atmospheric height. The perpendicular height from the sea level is known as a altitude. So for example, the aeroplanes and helicopters, they are fly in depending on the altitude. Altitude is means highest from the highest, or the highest distance from the sea level, or the simply is known as a perpendicular height from the sea level is known as a altitudinal. So in here, if you observe in 1,000 meters, in every 1,000 meters of height, the temperature 6.5 degrees of centigrade will be decreased. So when the increasing of the altitudes, then decreasing of the temperature. So for example, in each 1,000 meters will be height. So it means the altitudes increasing of the 1,000 meters. So in the effect is a 6.5 degrees of centigrade temperature will be decreased. So when the increasing of the height, then decreasing of the temperature. So the altitudinal. So for example, it is a mountain. So the mountain, the bottom of the mountain or the base of the mountain, high diversity, it can show as a high biodiversity. Then the apex or the top of the mountain, top of the mountain. It means when the height will be increases, the temperature will be decreases. So in the top level of the mountain, the seasonal variation is high. Where is the seasonal variation is high is the effect on the species richness. It means the biodiversity will be decreased. Where is the seasonal variation is high. So in here, the every 1000 meters of the height, then 6.5 degrees of centigrade will be decreased. So it means the bottom of the mountain has a high biodiversity. So when they compare with the top of the mountain, so top of the mountain is a low biodiversity, but the bottom of the mountain it can show the high biodiversity than the top of the mountain. It means when the increasing of the altitude, the biodiversity will be decreased. Biodiversity will be decreased. The next, the third biodiversity, that is the species area relationship. Species area relation. In here, the species area relationship, where is the area increased? It is a area. When the increasing of the area, it is a species also increased. Species also increased. It is known as a species richness. Species richness. The species richness also increased. When the area increased, the species richness also increased. So this graphical representation like this. So in here, when the area increased, the species also increased. The species richness also increased. It means the number of species also increased. So the equation is equal to the speciation is equal to C a to the power of z. A to the power of z. In here, S means the species, number of species. C means y-intercept. So A means area. Z means the slope. The slope of the line, the growing line. So in here, S means the species. S means the speciation or the number of species. And C means y-intercept. Y-intercept means, so in here, up to maximum level, the maximum increasing of the species. So when the area will be increases, but the speciation will be increases in the maximum level. So they are, it is known as a y-intercept. So y-intercept means this is a maximum growth of the speciation, or the maximum species richness can indicated by the C. So it is a intercept by the y. And A means area. A means area. Z means the slope of the growing line. So in here, when the increasing of the area, then when the increasing of the area as well as the increasing of the speciation. But according to Alexander von Humboldt, so Alexander von Humboldt, so according to Alexander von Humboldt, when the increasing of the area, the species richness also increased, but up to maximum level. After the maximum level, when the increasing of the area, the species it cannot be increased. So in here, according to Alexander von Humboldt, when the increasing of the area, then the species richness also increased, but up to a maximum level. After that, it cannot increase the species richness. So it cannot increase in the species richness. So this is according to the Alexander von Humboldt. According to the Alexander von Humboldt, he can says when the increasing of the area, the species richness also increased, but up to a limit area, up to a limit or the maximum limited. So in here, this is a C or the C point. C means y-intercept. Y-intercept. The slope is the Z is a slope. And A is a area. So once again we can observe that it is in here the z, the slope is increased. The slope is increased. So according to Alexander von Humboldt, so when the increasing of the area, so then decrease when the increasing of the area, the species richness also increased, but the up to a limit level or the maximum level. So it is a intercept. So it is a C. C means y-intercept. So after the maximum level, the slope is a 0. It means the z value is equal to 0. So z is equal to slope. So after the maximum level or the limit speciation, the slope is a 0. It is a parallel to the area. When the area increases, but the species also it cannot increase. So not like this. So they are increased as a parallel. It means the z is equal to 0. The slope is equal to 0 up to a maximum level. Up to a maximum speciation, the slope is equal to 0 or z value is equal to 0. So according to equation, S is equal to CA to the power of z. So in here S means speciation, C means the y-intercept, the maximum speciation at the limit of the maximum speciation, and A to the power of z. A means area, z means so slope in here 0. A to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So 1 into maximum speciation at the limit of the speciation. So it means the speciation is a maximum limit level according to the Alexander von Humboldt. And one more equation is there, that it is known as the slopeness like this. So the equation it can show as a log S is equal to log S is equal log S is equal to log C plus Z log A So it is a Alexander von Humboldt equation. So it means the maximum level or the limit level of the speciation. After that when the area increased but the speciation is cannot increased. So according to the Alexander von Humboldt, that equation is a log S is equal to log C plus Z log A. In the first equation is equal to the speciation is equal to the y-intercept and A to the power of z, CAZ. So in the maximum level will be increased. And wherever you observe the slope is can indicate as the increasing of the speciation or the species richness is indicated by the z means slope of line, growth line. So the z means slope. The slope is can indicate as a speciation richness. The richness of the species is indicated by the slope. So in any two ways or the two locations or the two areas, z or the slope is not equal to both areas. So for example, birds of South America, the birds species of South America, birds species of India. So the speciation will be increases up to maximum level. It means the slopeness is not equal to in both areas. Z is equal to not equal to the both areas. In here, so Z slope of Asia or slope of Africa. So it is not equal to in the same birds speciation or the same organism speciation. The slope is cannot similar. But in here one example is there. The minimum difference is a 0.01 to 0.2 is there. So when you are comparing with the same organisms speciation in the different regions or the different areas, the slopeness is the minimum is a comparable 0 point. The minimum variation is a 0.01 to 0.2 minimum variation will be appears. But amazingly, the birds and molluscans, the birds of Britain and molluscans of Scotland, the amazingly the birds species of the birds in England or Britain. So the Britain birds speciation and as well as the molluscans in California. Molluscans in California. So in here, the species richness of birds in Britain and the species richness of the molluscans in California. The species richness is equal to, it means the slope. The birds speciation is a z value of the Britain birds speciation. And the molluscans slope at the molluscans California molluscans is a increases at the slope is amazingly similar. It means the speciation, the richness species in the Britain birds and California molluscans amazingly they are equals. But always the z values cannot equal in the both areas. The minimum variation is a 0.1 to 0.2 variation will be appears in the both areas. So this is a topic of patterns of biodiversity. If you have any doubt, you comment in the comment box. Okay, thank you for watching of this video. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.